Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. Naman. 所有本願力へこ移動感情小一心気入六大崩壊立逆入内収集特殊年月造世界即小信用保証人有門の人間人図入所知を自由下本師論断両天使上高難消防殺来三蔵粒子十条教本上宣教気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願法言猫ゆたり少女死有心人惑前文部新人法承知承知即涅槃一子無量光明道小宇宙上界部家土砂結晶道難所有名浄土活尿万全自力変願者円満徳合感染症三不三神経音願総末法滅道品一生増悪地偶税死安如外所妙化全道独妙無所依公愛上三両逆悪公明明語見因縁海入本願内一概行者少女看護心狂気一年相互用意大と逆三人即小保証市上楽献身国家一大教延期安養間一切先祖終身反戦人法華二道小弁流国中悪人有異小物害悪罪非摂取中門の証言水不見大非無見上昇が本資源空妙仏教年民全幕文部人新宗教書公編集戦弱本願愚悪性現代生じ人伝へ決知義上一生死即入弱上無意楽一新人非の入愚教大自主死と上際無変極上苦悪同族自主愚路心有意化心死高僧説ナモ阿弥陀仏ナ しがわえたまえりほしのがうりんきわもなくせのもうみょうを照らすなりナモアミナムナモアミナムナモアミナムナモアミナム知恵の光明あかりなし無量の所相ことごとくこうけかむらぬものはなし真実妙に奇妙せよナモアミナムナモアミナムナモアミナムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダム手立つの降臨きわもなし高速かむるものはみなうむを離ると述べたも平等格に奇妙せよ さわりなしこうたくかむらぬものぞなきなんじいきおきみょせよナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナ少女公明ならぴなしくしこのゆえなれば一切のごけものぞこりぬ異教へを奇妙せよナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナプコセウエウサイダイチコエンノブと名付けた三途の国安へらくなり大王具を奇妙せよ Namanda, Vitsanamanda, 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 Vitsanamanda. Namanda, Vitsanamanda. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. In. And out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. Namo Buddhassa. Let's conclude this morning's service by reading a Buddhist aspiration. Let us be grateful for this moment together, united by our aspiration to see the world as it is, not as we would like it to be, so that we may alleviate suffering for all beings. Let us be wise so that we can see both sides of conflict with clarity, and not insist that we alone are right. Let us be compassionate so that we can help all people without discrimination or judgment. Let us be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than ourselves. Let us allow the aloha in our hearts to manifest as mahalo for the great mohana of life and the blessings of the Aina. In the Honganji tradition, we express our gratitude for all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion in this unrepeatable life by placing our palms together, bowing our heads and saying Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Buddha, entrusting in all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion for the great enlightenment to come. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo. Namo. Well, thank you very much for joining Chanting the Shōshinge, which we have every day at 8:30 in the morning, Hawaii Standard Time. May your day be filled with aloha. The Sunday service, the virtual Dharma family service, will be starting in about 5 minutes or so. So please stay right there or come back in 5 minutes and we'll begin with the Sunday service. Namandaslam. Namanda, Ritsanamanda, 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 Ritsanamanda. Namanda. Good morning. Let's begin this morning's service by singing the Vandana Tisarana, and let's sing the Pali and English verses together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhamman saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Namo. Let's all sing Gasho with Amida together, and the words will be found on the screen. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light. sho with Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I got show with Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I got show with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I got show with Amida. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. Namanda, Vitsanamanda. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda. Namanda, it's namanda. If you're able to do so at home, we'd like to encourage everyone to offer incense at this time. The offering of incense is an ancient rite of purification of mind and body in preparation to listen to the Dharma teachings. Offertory is the practice of Dharma, the egoless generosity, the first of the six paramitas, the six paramita perfections in the Mahayana Buddhist tradition. If you'd like to make an offering, please scan this QR code or go to our website, makwahonganji.org, and click on Donate, and you can make a donation online. Let's read the Golden Chain of Love together. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namo Amida Buddha, Namanda, Namanda. Okay, we're going to change sets, so give me a couple minutes and I'll come down to the floor and we'll start with the children's Dharma story time. Namanda.
Okay, give me a second here. I got to go fix the computer. Okay, yeehaw! Aloha, kakahiaka. Ohio gozaimasu. It's me, Barkley the dog, the rascal dog, the star of the children's Dharma story time. And this here is Lucy, the love of my life. Hoo-wee! Okay, Sensei's working out, don't worry. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well and feeling fine this wonderful morning. Yeah, let's put on the magic glasses from Maui Optics. And see who all is with us here this morning. Let's see. I can see Melody and Cadence in Honolulu, and Little Noy and Meliana and Kava and Lena and Micah and Emmy and Nolan and Cora and Maddie in Colorado, and Tide and Cruz and Ison and Jai and Kenneth and Sierra, Lindsay and Wesley Marin, and Benji and Tori and Tyrus and Colina. And Dharma buddies. And Dharma buddies from around the world. Oops. Yeehaw! Well, thanks to our sponsors for making it all possible to live stream to you every week. And mahalo Auntie Jean for being our book sponsor. Thanks for her kindness. We have a great story for the Dharma buddies today. Hey, Sensei, next week, remember, it's easier to do it with the keyboard, not the mouse. Okay. So let's see. Let's go full screen on the story. Oops, sorry. Go back. Where Are You From? Written by Yamil Said Mendez and illustrated by Jamie Kim. The dedication for this book says, for Julian, Magali, Joaquim, Aureli, and Valentino. And that's from YSM. For kids from everywhere. And that's from JK. Where Are You From? By Yamil Said Mendez and illustrated by Jamie Kim. Where are you from? They ask. Is your mom from here? Is your dad from there? They ask. I'm from here, from today, same as everyone else, I say. No, where are you really from? They insist. I ask Abuelo because he knows everything. And like me, he looks like he doesn't belong. Where am I from? Abuelo thinks. His eyes squint, like he's looking inside his heart for an answer. You come from the Pampas. The open, free land, he says. You're from the gaucho, brave and strong. From the brown river that cleanses and feeds the land, that gives us the grain for our bread, the milk from the cows. You're from mountains so high, they tickle Señor Cielo's belly, where the condor roosts his family and the jaguar prowls the night. But you're also from the warm blue oceans the copper warriors tried to tame, and the elegant palm trees stretch their fingers to caress. You're from hurricanes and dark storms, and a tiny singing frog that calls the island people home when the sun goes to sleep. From this land where our ancestors built a home for all, even when they were in chains because of the color of their skin. You're from the grandmothers who search for their grandchildren, waiting, always waiting in a plaza, their white handkerchiefs wrapping the sorrow of their thoughts. You come from the sunshine that lights our path in this world and the rain that washes away our mistakes. But, Abuelo, I ask, where am I really from? Abuelo laughs. You want a place? He points to his heart. You're from here, from my love and the love of all those before us. From those who dreamed of you because of a song sung under the Southern Cross, or the words in a book written under the light of the Northern Star. You are from all of us. I am. The end. And that was the story, Where Are You From? By Yamil Said Mendez and illustrated by Jamie Kim. Hey-ha! Wasn't that a great story? What part y'all like? Really? I love that part too. I loved how the little girl's abuelo, the little girl's grandfather, knows everything, just like me. Melody and Cadence's grandpa knows everything, except for how to change the face. Okay. Melody's smarter than me. Don't worry, Sensei. Melody taught me how to change it back. Say, Lucy, what part did you like? Well, being different or having people think you're different because of how you look. So, I loved how Abuelo helped the little girl come to see that she is from everyone in her family. Well, that's right, Lucy, because you know, I'm a rascal dog from a long line of rascal dogs. Did you know that if I go back, Grandpa and Grandma dogs, that is 1,024 rascal dogs before you get to me, Barkley the dog, the rascal dog, the star. Well, that is absolutely amazing. That's amazing. Where you came from, it's easier to. You're sounding all profound, like sense. To visit the Maui cookie. Those cookies are bigger than my head. Well, that's right. Did I ever tell you about the time I invented cookies? Well, you see, one day I was chasing the Makwao chickens because that's what rascal dogs do, and then fade to black. Okay, thanks for tuning in this morning, Dharma buddies. Next is the Dharma Talk for Adults. See you next week. Hey, Sensei, you forgot something. Well, that's right. Be good, but not too much. Okay, you guys, have fun. I'm going to board the adults now. No, that didn't come out right. I'm going to share the Dharma Talk for Adults now. Maybe. Slides are in the wrong place again, Sensei, but that's okay. There we go. Buddhism and identity. Where are you from? Where are you from? Oops, sorry. Do this way. Where are you from? So in today's children's Dharma Storytime book, Where Are You From? Written by Yamil Said Mendez, a little girl is asked, where are you from? By her classmates, teachers, and parents. Where are you from? Her abuelo, her grandfather, teaches her, you are from all of us. Have you ever considered how many people came before you? 10 generations, right, to get to you? It looks something like this. So in other words, right, you wouldn't be here today without 1,024 people coming before you. And that's just 10 generations going back. So it'd be your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents going back 10 generations. Where are you from? Where are you from? I am from all of us. What a wonderful story for children, but also for adults. Where are you from? These simple words have profound meaning and significance, especially in America of 2022, as we face the truth of impermanence, the reality as it is of constant, relentless, exhausting change in our daily lives. Where are you from? Los Angeles? Really? My cousin lives in Los Angeles. I loved LA when I visited last year. Where are you from? Where are you from? These simple words can reflect friendly curiosity in a person, a sincere desire to get to know that person as a person, a search for common ground, common experiences, common interests. And common interests are often what lead to friendships and working together, naturally forming communities of shared interests, as you find in the sanghas of the Honganji Buddhist temples. On the other hand, where are you from? Can easily be interpreted to mean, who are you? Why are you here? Go back to where you came from. So these simple words, where are you from, is all too often used to identify the other, right, from us. So the other, and then there's us. And this forms the basis for disconnection, discrimination, hatred, anger, rage, violence. So us versus them, or the other, right, has a long history of being used for political, social, and cultural control and dominance. So growing up in Los Angeles, where are you from? I'm from here. You look Chinese. Where are you from? I'm from here. I'm from Los Angeles, West 27th Street. So growing up as a Japanese American, son of a Japanese gardener in Los Angeles in the 1960s and 1970s, I encountered quote-unquote racism in all aspects of life. So there were black kids calling me chink, there were Mexican kids calling me chink, Jewish mothers calling me, oy vey, what a nice Chinese boy, and second-generation kids of immigrants from Hong Kong, China, Korea, Vietnam, calling me, oh, fellow Asian, we have to stick together, even though our mothers wouldn't let us date someone from your race. So I did learn very quickly that only black people should call other black people the N-word, which explains why I can run faster than most Asian kids at my age. So having experienced discrimination and having been identified as the other, right, and being the son of Nisei parents who were unlawfully incarcerated during the Pacific War in the relocation camps, I'm acutely sensitive to vertical discrimination on the basis of anything. On the other hand, this experience of being the other, right, and this sensitivity to discrimination in all forms allowed me to laugh many times during my career in Asia and the Pacific region. So, for example, entering the People's Republic of China, right, in the mid-1990s, my encounter with Chinese immigration control, the border control people, at the Peking International Airport went something like this. Passport. So I give the immigration officer my US passport. Purpose of visit, business. He's checking my visa. Okay, got the right visa, got the invitation letter. Right. Where are you from? I just flew in from Narita International Airport in Japan. No, where are you from? Where were you born? I was born in Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America, as it shows in my passport. No, where father born? Okay. Guadalupe, California, United States of America. No, where grandfather born? Kagoshima, Japan. You're Japanese. Okay, stamp. So I kept my mouth shut because in the early 90s, the security guards, these were People's Liberation Army soldiers carrying AK-47s. Right? It's a different time. So checking into the hotel, I checked the room carefully for listening devices and hidden cameras, quite literally because it was the 1990s, but it's a different story. And then I reflect upon this really odd encounter with the immigration guy. And finally, I realized that the Chinese immigration officer simply wanted to identify me as racially Japanese, right, for his own understanding. Right? So it wasn't about my being a citizen of the United States with the right kind of visa, with a valid visa for the purposes, of border controls. It had nothing to do with border control. It just had to do with his own understanding of the situation. And I had to laugh because I encountered this question: where are you from? In Korea, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, and of course in Japan. It happens so often I had to laugh. And it happens almost every day here in Maui when I open my mouth. Where I get high school? John Marshall Senior High School? Tara Molokai, no, Los Angeles. Oh, you kotong. So for those of you in the audience who weren't born and bred Hawaii style, that means a Japanese American from mainland USA. And kotong is the sound that an empty coconut makes when you strike it. Kotong, 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 kotong. That is to say, no brains in the head. Where are you from? In reflection, I've encountered, where are you from? From every place I've ever lived or visited. The causes and conditions of my life took me from South Central Los Angeles to Tokyo, to traveling to 24 countries around the world, and living in Tokyo, Beijing, Shanghai, and Honolulu, with brief, 3-month assignments in Seoul, Manila, and Thailand. Where are you from? Actually, I'm not sure anymore. Why is the question, where are you from? Why is this so universal? Why do human beings constantly seek to know, to understand, right? Where are you from? Where are you from? The Buddha taught, right? Shakyamuni Buddha, Gautama Buddha, historical Buddha taught that the human mind, by nature, is dualistic. Right? The human mind, the human brain, right, struggles to make sense of this endless stream of data from our 5 human sense organs, right? The eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, and your skin, the sense of touch, right? Which is filtered and interpreted by our ego self, which arises from causes and conditions that are different for each person. So the Buddha taught that born as human beings, the human brain is struggling all the time to make a distinction, to discriminate things, right? All things, events, phenomena, people, and other living beings, right? It's easier to think of them as opposites, or the extremes: black, white, evil, good, acceptable, unacceptable, convenient, inconvenient. So fundamentally, born human, our dualistic minds can only see the world as good for me or not good for me. And this, of course, is the human instinct for survival. I mean, it's the reason why you don't walk in front of a bus, right? Oh, I think I'll walk in front of a bus. Is that good for me or bad for me, right? Not good for me. Obviously, the brain says, hey, that's not a good idea. So racism, social injustice, and economic inequality are all driven by our human nature, right? Our brain is wired to discriminate vertically from the perspective of ego self, right? Good for me, or not good for me. And so we discriminate in a vertical plane, creating a hierarchy, right? So here's me, and here's everybody else. And so I have to be superior, I have to be above everyone else. So in the realm of human relationships and human society, this insatiable need, this insatiable human need to feel superior over others, right? This is the most subtle of the 108 blind passions. Blind passions being mental, physical, emotional, psychological afflictions that cause suffering for us and for other people. So the need to feel superior is at the heart of, where are you from? Right? When used in a discriminative or pejorative sense. The need to feel superior, to be above others, is at the heart of racism, nationalism, supremacism, bias, stereotype, microaggression, macroaggressions, hate, rage, violence in the world that we see today. At the same time, the human brain can easily make a distinction between things without making value judgments, and we do this every day. Does the recipe for Carrie's chili beans call for a small, medium, or large onion? Now, Mimi will tell you I'm very literal when it comes to recipes. Well, the recipe says 1 small onion, but we only have 1 large onion, so I cannot make this recipe until I go to Pukalani Superette and buy a small onion. Buy Maui onions, by the way. The Kula onions are the best. So Mimi rolls her eyes, explains how it works, and I go, what? Oh, just use half a large onion? Okay, different story. Where are you from? Who are you? Why are you here? These are just words. But the meaning and significance of words changes dramatically given causes, conditions, situations, and the person you're talking to, the person you're interacting with. Each person is different. So the history of racism in America is very obvious to me because I've lived it personally. And today we increasingly see discrimination and judgment based on almost anything you can think of, not just race or sexual orientation or economic class, or where are you from, a country of origin, but also people who think differently, talk differently, walk differently, dress differently, eat differently, live differently than us. And increasingly, this human tendency toward discrimination and discrimination and judgment create friction, conflict, divisions, confrontation, and violence in our society. So the question facing American society today is, how do we stop human nature? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Exploding into, go back to where you come from, based on identity, however it may be defined. So what does Buddhism teach us about identity? So if, as the Buddha taught, being self-centered, being ego-centered is the human condition, aren't we doomed to a dystopian future of authoritarian dictatorships based on vertical discrimination? Us versus them? Us versus them? Of course not. So simply living each moment of each day of this unrepeatable life based on Buddhist values and aspirations, we can change the world. When we truly see that my life is not possible without other people, other living beings, we are brought to see that all life is interconnected and interdependent. So the pandemic has driven this reality as it is. It's driven it home for many of us, particularly me. Buddhism teaches us to live life as, it's about me, is to create and make worse suffering for yourself and for others, for other forms of life, for the air, the water, the land that we share and that we all need to survive. It's about me. And this leads to all the problems that we have, that we face today. So as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists, we look to Amida's primal vow, the Hongan, to save all people without discrimination or judgment through birth in the Pure Land, assuring Buddhahood for all people, regardless of their differences. Shinran Shonin's key teaching is Shinjin is the true cause of birth in the Pure Land, not anything that we do of our own power. So Shinjin comes to us through the working of Amida's vow in our lives as Namo Amida Butsu, the name, the calling voice of Amida, the Nembutsu. Shinran says this about Shinjin. In reflecting on the great ocean of Shinjin, I realized there is no discrimination between noble and humble, or black-robed monks and white-clothed laity. No differentiation between man and woman, young and old. The amount of evil one has committed is not considered. The duration of any performance of religious practices is of no concern. Shinjin is a matter of neither practice nor good acts, neither sudden attainment nor gradual attainment, neither meditative practice nor non-meditative practice, neither right contemplation nor wrong contemplation, neither thought nor no thought, neither daily life nor the moment of death, neither many calling nor once calling. Shinjin is simply Shinjin that is inconceivable, inexplicable, indescribable. Shinjin is like the medicine that eradicates all poisons. The medicine of Amida Tathagata's vow destroys the poisons of our wisdom and foolishness. The words of Shinran Shonin. And you can find this on the chapter on Shinjin in the Kyōgyō Shinsho, which you can find in the collected works of Shinran. Sorry, let me go back to this a little bit. This is an interesting, it's actually very complicated, so I won't try to explain everything. But let's look at that last line, right? The medicine of Amida Tathagata's vow destroys the poisons of our wisdom and foolishness. Now we can understand, right? It destroys destroys the poison of our foolishness, our stupidity, right? Our delusions. Right? But the poison of our wisdom, what is that supposed to mean? Now, especially as the resident minister of Makoa Honganji, I'm grateful for every opportunity that comes to me to realize my wisdom and my foolishness, right, are poisons. They're blind passions that the medicine of Amida's vow destroys. So the egocentric conviction that I am superior to others by virtue of my wisdom is just another trap set for me by my ego, right? And foolish me. Right? I step into the trap every time, despite knowing that it's there. And because I am karma's fool, Amida's vow assures birth in the Pure Land, becoming Buddha, for me. Right? The realization of nirvana, becoming Buddha, returning to this world of human confusion and delusion and oneness with Amida Buddha to save all people, just as they are. Where are you from? So where are you from is not the question. The question for Jodo Shinshu Buddhists is, where are you going? Namo Amida Butsu. So just say it. Just say Namo Amida Butsu. Or respond in gratitude to life as it unfolds naturally. Just say mahalo. Just say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. We're going to change sets one more time for the second half of the service, so give us a moment. Let's read the loving kindness metta together. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Let's all sing Ondoksan and Gratefulness along with Ms. Naho Umitani and Reverend Toshiyuki Umitani of Mo'iri Ili Honganji in Honolulu.
Let's recite the Shinshu pledge together. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha. Reciting the name, I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Butsu, Namo Amida Buddha, entrusting an all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion for the great enlightenment to come. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's all sing the Nembutsu together. Okay. Okay, something happened with the slides, we're just going to fake it. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. Embraced by Namo Amida Butsu, I vowed never to complain. Thinking thus, again I complained. The wisdom of Mrs. Haru Matsuda, who lived in Kona, Hawaii. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. There's the music. Okay. What are we doing? Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. In. And out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say mahalo. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Vitsanamanda, 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 Namanda. Well, thank you very much for joining the Dharma Family Service today. May your day be filled with aloha.